brought you the story of 9/11 victims who want to sue the Saudi government, and there's the president arriving in Saudi Arabia. They want to sue the Saudi government on the grounds that allegedly the Saudi government was involved in 9/11. Now we've got a new case of a journalist killed by ISIS in Syria, and I believe it's a he, his family wants to sue the Syrian government in American courts. This, of course, opens up the Pandora's box of everybody and anybody bringing suit in America against foreign governments. No doubt Judge Napolitano is all for this expansion of legal power, but I'm not.
Let me tell you how the law works. A 1976 statute that says every country has sovereign immunity, except for, and there's a bunch of exceptions. And one of them is extrajudicial killing, where the government itself kills Americans. If that country is on the state sponsor of terror list, Saudi Arabia is not on that list. Syria is on that list. How do you get on that list? The president or the Secretary of State or the Secretary of the Treasury can put the country on that list and thereby expose them to litigation.
Yeah, but they want to change that law so that victims can sue in American courts a foreign government.
A country that's not on the list, correct. So President Obama, he's not going to do it because he said Saudi Arabia, as we speak, could put Saudi Arabia on the list on his own. This is an effort by the Congress to say Saudi Arabia is now exposed for official government acts related to 9/11.
So look, here's what I don't want to see, and which I suspect is going to happen. We open up Pandora's box, and everybody and anybody can go to court in America and sue foreign governments, or the American government, or for alleged nuking somebody or droning somebody without express congressional permission or something. You know where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to see this vast expansion of legal arguing. I don't want to see the legal criminalization of America's foreign policy.
It's a very interesting argument. It's the president's argument. It's an argument that a lot of members of Congress accept, but it does appear as though substantial majorities in both houses of Congress are now in favor of this. As we were walking in, I was getting an email. Congressman Adam Schiff, who's the ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee, is in favor of the legislation that we're talking about and declassifying the 28 pages.
Okay.
How about declassifying the 28 pages? Should the American public know what Tom Kane's commission, the 9/11 commission, concluded about Saudi Arabia, or should we keep that secret as well?
Well, this is the compromise that I was talking about yesterday. Yes, of course we should know what's in the 28 pages, but I don't want to see an avalanche of lawsuits.
If those 28 pages are released, and of course I haven't seen them, I believe that the pressure to change the law will be even greater, because I suspect there is some damning information in there about people who are high-ranking members of the Saudi government using their personal cash, not using government cash, to fund the monsters that perpetrated 9/11.
Looks to me like President Obama will not reveal the 28 pages, and he doesn't want to see the legislation go forward, which would make lawsuits more easy.
All right, the decision on the 28 pages is entirely his. Congress can't do anything about it. The courts can't do anything about it. The American president has so much power to classify or declassify. He could classify he could make the recipe for ketchup top secret if he wanted to, and there'd be no challenge to it. I'm exaggerating a little bit. So that decision is entirely his own.
But he would veto. I believe he would veto the legislation going through Congress, which would allow more of these lawsuits.
Josh Earnest said yesterday he probably will veto it. There might very well be enough votes to override that veto. And then it's up to individual federal judges about hearing these cases, which is the nightmare scenario from your point of view that you don't want to see happen.
Lots of billable hours for lawyers, I suspect.
Lots of innocent people getting redress from monsters who slaughtered their families, like by cutting their heads off.
Good legal business, he repeats.
I'm not on this end of it. I'm on the end of deciding whether or not it's consistent with the Constitution.
We sometimes wonder, but there you go. You're all right, Judge.
Is there any appreciation for human freedom at the London School of Economics?
No, zero. Zero. Hey, I'm running way over time.
All right, see you in the 11th.